A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night, just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, "Go to sleep, everything is all right." I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night. I softly say a silent prayer, like dreamers do. Then I fall asleep to dream my dreams
Respond by saying, I do.
I do.
Vested in the great state of California, that I now pronounce you husband and wife. May joy be with you from this day forward. Steve and Laura, please seal your promise with a kiss.
Oh boy.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. And have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration.
Hi, Nick. We got married.
You guys have anything to say to your future selves when you're watching this later?
I'm so happy. I finally found my first wife.
Wow.
All day.
All
day waiting to say that.
I've been waiting to marry you.
Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright.
We can make a love, none to compare with. Will you take part in my life, my love? That is my dream.
So here we are. For myself and probably a lot of people, it's been a very long week of planning and traveling and more planning and all that. So we've also probably got a little bit of a longer night ahead of us yet. So I'm just going to keep this as brief as possible. Last night we were heading back from the brew pub, and a funny thing happened when I was walking home after dinner. The brew pub is right around the corner from here, and I just decided to take a walk back to take in the splendor of our surroundings. And about halfway back to the Rainbow Inn, a car pulls over on that one main road, and this weird guy jumps out and starts running towards me. But it's Steve, so it's not. But yeah, Steve jumps out because he's like, "Hey, I can't let you walk home alone." And that was my Steve impression, by the way. I didn't get the round of applause I was looking for. But yeah, Steve jumps out to walk home with me. So the thing that's funny about that is it's the same thing that he did 25 years ago when we were in high school, when he barely knew me and I was just the other random nerd in Mrs. Ayate's geometry class. But he hops out of the car with some friends he was getting a ride from, and we got to know each other. We introduced each other, and we cemented a friendship that has lasted for over 25 years. So fast forward from that fateful day, and we've got 25 years of learning from each other and challenging each other to be our personal best as artists. We've got untold hours of going to Tower Records, so we're immediately dating ourselves at that point. Circuit City, okay, I'm just and tons of other stories that, well, they're just not suitable for this audience, I'm sorry. But little did I know that when Steve jumped out to walk with me, that I would have the honor of serving later as his best man. And while I may be his best man, I can no longer carry the title and honor of being his best friend. This mantle is now officially being passed to Laura. Yeah. Laura, I am proud to speak with authority that you have found yourself a partner and best friend that is loyal, perseverant, honest, scary intelligent, like scary. He may be a supervillain, we don't know yet. And just. There is no one better to walk with you by your side in life. So, in closing, if you want to raise our glasses, thank you to you all for coming here from far and wide to witness, celebrate, and bless Steve and Laura's union. And to Steve and Laura.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I love you both. To the bride and groom. And Melissa.
Hopefully everybody can hear me. Thank you everyone for coming and celebrating the most amazing wedding. Obviously you guys all know Laura and Steve really, really well. Laura and I met and fell in love, I don't know, it was like 9 years ago or something. We worked together and we went on some random work outing, and just, it happened. We just found our best friend, and there's, it's words that you can't really express in the moment, but looking back now, all of the changes that we've gone through, all of the experiences. I mean, spending the day with her today and making jokes about these silly experiences that we've had. You know, it's something that you never really get to experience until you find that person that understands you. Even though time passes and things happen, life changes. I mean, you know, people move. I move everywhere, and she has continued to be faithful. And that's something that, you know, I know that Steve is so lucky to have, you know, in this current time of the world, is faithful. You know, Laura is the most loyal friend that I have. I've had her follow me through all kinds of trials and tribulations, and she has been graceful and beautiful as she is today. And, you know, having Steve become a part of that family and be a part of us is really fun, you know, and being able to see them together and their quirkiness and their fun, and it's just amazing. And so to Laura and Steve, you guys are awesome, and we're so blessed to have you guys as friends, as family, as co-workers. I mean, it's a blessing. Love you guys.
What's up? This is Tajay of the Mighty Souls of Mischief crew. I'm chilling with my man Festo, my man A+, and my man Bo. You know he's dope. And right now, you know, we're just maxing in the studio. We're hailing from East Oakland, California, and sometimes it gets a little hectic out there. But right now, you know, we gonna up you on how we just chill.
Hi, we're Ike and Beverly, and we're their landlords and their friends.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, and they know our son Matthew.
Yeah. Do you have any words for them?
Just that they just look happy, and I just wish them lots and lots of love.
They're both very nice people.
Yeah.
We wish them the best life.
Very sweet people.
Well, I mean, a lot of things to say about Steven. I think my dog, Velvet, would probably have the most to say, because anytime of day or night, if you catch Steven, pat his pocket if he lets you. He's got a big mound of dog treats. Every time, no matter they're called Charlie Bits, he'll correct me because that's the wrong name, right? You eat them. Yeah, and Steven, by the way, has been the best person in the world to work with for over 10 years. We've had him do art, teaching, and just basic awesomeness, problem solving. And there are a few people on this planet that are as versatile and talented as Steven, and Laura is his superior.
Alright, hi, I'm Ken, and I met Laura back in college. It was her freshman year and my sophomore year. We're in the same dorm room. And eventually we just became friends. We hung out a lot. My senior year and her junior year, she needed a place to stay, so I told her, you could take my room in my apartment and I'll just sleep on the couch the rest of the year. And that was our arrangement, and we've been friends ever since. We've taken a number of trips to different places like Vegas, and when we were up in Northern California, we came down to Southern California a few times, and we've been friends ever since. She's a great person, and Steve is one awesome, one lucky man.
This is how we chill from 93 till. This is how we chill from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93 till.
This is how we chill from 93
I bet he's playing King. I just realized that.
I want a girl who gets up early. I want a girl who stays up
You guys just getting turned on. Do you want? I'm not. You want frosting or cake?
That didn't make it.
Alright, let's try again. Open wide.
It was a clear black night, a clear
clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Lorene.
Cool. How do you guys know either Steven or Laura?
I've been working with Laura for like 8 or 9 years.
Same. 8 or 9 years.
I've only been working with her for about 6 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's like the funniest story about Laura that people might not know?
Oh, I have a funny story about her.
Wait, when Laura broke her arm at
When
her
Laura
birthday?
broke her arm on her birthday. I think even people who weren't there know about this.
Well, now I do because you mentioned it.
The roller rink, Laura.
My funny story is when I was doing an internship at ASG, she made a comment about my nails because I have long nails, and she said, "How do you poke your nose with those?" So I've always remembered that. Yeah.
I'm Ricky, and this is my husband, Matt.
Awesome. How do you guys know Laura and Steven?
Laura is a coworker of mine from ASG, and we became friends, and she's awesome. She came to our wedding, and we've gone camping, and this is my +1 forever, so he is here, and Steve's an amazing artist.
What's a good, like, funny story about Laura that you've seen before?
I guess probably my most memorable one would be her pointing out that I awkwardly stare a lot, and then that just became an inside joke from then on about me staring. It was good. Anyways, love you, Laura.
We're from Chuck and Shannon. We know you from life, and we're so happy and excited that you guys tied the knot and had a beautiful wedding, and Shannon has something to say too. She says congratulations. What did you say?
We had a blast. Congratulations.
#1 wedding I've been to. Great job.
I'm Ariel, and I met Laura and Steven through my fiance, Ivan.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ivan. I know Steven and Laura.
Perfect. You gotta have a funny story about Steven or something, right?
No, he's not really that funny a guy. My advice would be do the opposite of whatever you think you should do.
I laid all them busters down, I let my gad explode. Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode. If you won't skirt, sit back and observe. I just left a gang of those over there on the curb.
Now they got the freaks, and that's a known fact. Before I got jacked, I was on the same track. Back up, cause it's on N-A-T-E and me, the woman to the G.
Just like I thought, they were in the same spot, in need of some desperate help. But Nate Dogg and the G-Child were in need of something else. One of them dames was sexy as hell. I said, ooh, I like your size. She said my chords broke down and just seemed real
Amir.
nice with your
Hey, Amir, how do you know Steven or Laura?
Steve and I were roommates in college for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have a funny story about Steven that people might not know from college or something?
A story that I can tell?
Sure. It's for them, so.
Oh, this is just for Steve and Laura?
I'm sure they'll share it.
Oh, okay. Funny story from college. Well, I'm just trying to pick one out that won't be too embarrassing. Well, I know that, Laura is an animal lover, and she works in a animal hospital, veterinary clinic. And I remember one night, I think this was junior year, we all went out and indulged, and we got back, and everyone was, just in a great mood, and sometimes a little bit of alcohol will just bring out your truest self at times. And somebody on the dorm floor had like some sort of little creature, like I don't know if it was a gerbil or a hamster or something, but I remember coming in and we had these elevators and the elevator door opened and Steve was just on the floor and he was just having the best little time playing with this little guy on the floor, and it was like 2 a.m. and I don't know, but I always remember that because
you know, I think that Steve is really one of the gentle giant types, and you know, he loves animals, I think, as much as Laura does, and I know that they have Kirby, their little canine son. So anyways, that's just a little memory from college.
Gina.
Gina, how do you know Steven or Laura?
Laura and I went to college together at UC Santa Cruz.
Oh, awesome. Tell me something about Laura that most people might not know, or something that'll make her laugh.
I don't know if it's appropriate for this. We have a lot of really silly inside jokes. When we see each other, we just giggle and laugh. But
That's great.
if I say deodorant globules, she knows what that means.
So hi, I'm Joel. I know Laura and Steve for a long time now. I worked with Laura in the animal hospital before I moved to Seattle, like maybe 9-10 years ago. And taking her to Cuba with me to meet my family. We get connection. We go camping. So I met Steve after I moved to LA, to Seattle. And actually no, before I moved to Seattle, I met Steve. I went to their house and I told Laura, I think that's the guy. And here we go, married and happy. And they came last year to visit me in Seattle. And I knew they was going to get married. I knew there was love there, passion. So she's like my sister. And Steve's a great guy, so I love both of them.
That's
I'm
great.
so happy for them.
Awesome.
That's what I flew from Seattle to here because I cannot miss this one.
And I met him when they went to visit Joe at Seattle for the first time. And I was really happy that they invited me for the wedding over here.
Awesome.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything to say to them?
I love you guys, and I hope so you guys move to Seattle sometime soon.
Yeah, come to Seattle.
I want to push you guys move to Seattle because I miss you guys.
If you ever come to Seattle just to visit, come and stay with us.
Yes.
You have a house.
I'm Steve's sister, Kara.
Cool.
This is my husband, Jeff, and our daughter, Julia.
Tell me a funny story about Steve from when he was a kid, or something funny that you guys have seen, or.
My favorite story is we were sitting in my dad's truck, and he had this little Toyota truck. It was blue. You really couldn't fit 3 people across, but we did. I always had to sit in the middle. One day we went to the gas station, and my dad went inside. My brother's playing with the change, and I bet him he couldn't fit the dime up his nose. He sure did. And then he couldn't get it out and started freaking out, and he kept trying to get it out. We got it out. But probably one of my favorite stories.
That's awesome.
Probably when I first officially met him, when he came in from California for Christmas. It was just like he was very quiet at first, and then Christmas morning we were all talking and he started cracking jokes. It's very, very nice.
What was the question again?
What's your name?
My name is Eric.
What's your name?
I'm Megan.
Hey, Megan. Hey, so tell me a little funny story about Steven.
Steven. Who's Steven again?
Are we talking?
This guy over here.
Oh, right. Steven.
Hello.
Steven, do you have anything to say about
One of the things that impresses me the most about Steven is his ability to get over his bedwetting fear of fire that normally inhibits him, but he put his big boy pants on today.
Oh, he's so good.
The whole point is I'm not on camera. What? What you tell stories about?
Not a stain on him. Not a stain on him.
I'm Brandy.
Georgina.
Hey, Brandy and Georgina. How do you guys know Laura?
We work together. She used to work with her. I work with her currently.
We're together.
We work at ASG together. No. Okay, I work with her at ASG. Well, she quit.
What's the like most angry that Laura ever got at an animal that she was working with because it was being bad?
She doesn't really get angry at animals. She'd be getting more angry at people than animals.
She just threw it back in the kitchen and be like, I need sedation. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's perfect. What's your name? Cool. How do you know Laura?
Yeah, I know Laura from work.
Cool. What's the thing that she does at work that drives you crazy?
She picks things. She picks things a lot.
Can you show like a demonstration of this said picking?
No, I need a scab.